Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Manga Man Drew, and I'm here to do my manga reaction and review for Chainsaw Man, manga chapter 127. And last time we left off on Chainsaw Man, ASA was being attacked by the falling devil, and DENJI cut his brain up so that he would no longer have mental attacks and face the trauma of the fact that his two best friends and potential family are potentially dead for indefinitely and forever. Fun times in Chainsaw Man. But yeah, let's just dive right into it and see what's going on in this chapter and see whether or not ASA as well as Yoru are going to survive. I think they're going to, but we're going to see. And as this is happening, we see, and I apologize for the noise, stupid streets, we see the title of the chapter is Save the ASA. Is chapter 127, as we see that ASA, by most likely the effects of the falling devil, is falling outside of the side of a building, as we have the falling devil like pointing in that direction, and we see that she's falling in that direction, but luckily enough she's able to like hold on to like a part of the building that is like flying out, or not necessarily a building. Yeah, I think it's part of the building, or maybe a desk, as you have Yoru's like ASA, as she's like basically clinging on for like dear life, trying not to fall sideways, as we get someone holding her hands, most likely the falling devil. Yep, the falling devil holding her hand, as it's like, I can tell by the way your muscles move, by the smell of your sweat, your attachment to life is weak to begin with, no? Ooh, noise. Alright, did I pause that? Is it paused? No, it's not. I apologize for the noise once again. But yeah, you just have the falling devil just saying what she said, that her attachment to life is weak to begin with. No, what truly scares you right now is the shock of the impact, the physical sensation of falling, the darkness of the sky, that's all. Close your eyes and I can promise you a peaceful fall. And as this is happening, you have Yoru screaming, and then you just have ASA beginning to like remember the people in her life that she has pretty much like abandoned, as Yoru is most likely trying to prevent her from falling any further, both literally and metaphorically, as she just lets go. She lets go because she realizes that there's nothing else. And she's like, it's true. I feel so at peace. As we see that she's following in like against Yoru's decision, is like, I won't have to cause trouble for anyone else or get my feelings hurt anymore. I won't have to lie in bed thinking about all the things I did wrong as I want to fall asleep. Oh, but I do have one regret. Even one person, even if it was only one person with all my heart, I wish I'd... Is it going to be with DENJI? Come on! As we get to see DENJI as Chainsaw Man grabbing on to ASA right before she completely falls. And she's like, Tump. Whoa! This is like very great double bass bread. It's like, Chainsaw Man? As he's like, that's heavy. As you have her, it's like, wait, stop! Let me go! No! No! As you just have DENJI and Chainsaw Man is like, what? Huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm okay with falling. I accept it. As you have Chainsaw Man saying, are you nuts? As she's like, life is nothing but pain. Getting made a fool of, getting your expectations up, only to be let down, isn't it? Oh, she's accepting. Oh, this is like so, oh, this is really dark. As you just have Chainsaw Man, aka DENJI's like, well, yeah, but like, whoa, ah! Oh my gosh. Dang it, DENJI. As he's like, yeah, as they are both falling. It's like the worse you feel, the heavier you get, but upward. Think happy thoughts. Dogs, cats, dogs, cats. As he's like, we stopped. Cats, ice cream. Oh no, this is actually kind of like adorable. ASA is like thinking of like happy thoughts, and she's like, don't make me remember cats. As you just have Chainsaw Man, I know how you feel. Believe me, I've been there. And she's like, what would you know? No one has it worse than me. As DENJI just looks up and is like, Just when life seems super awesome, as soon as you let your guard down, some crappy things happening out of nowhere and screws it all up, right? And she's like, you know life isn't all bad, but day in and day out, all you can remember is the bad stuff, and the disasters keep piling up like a hamburger made of crap, right? And Asa's just looking at Denji in this Chainsaw Man form, and she's like, oh no, he does understand. As Denji's like, how do you get over that, Chainsaw Man? As he's like, I haven't. I'm not over it. Only I've got something to live for. Something I look forward to so much that I'm willing to eat that crappy burger. The chapter ends with Asa asking Denji, what's that? Or asking Chainsaw Man, what's that? And he's like, sex. I want to have sex. And she's like, ew. And the chapter ends. Oh gosh, it's hilarious. Oh. Oh my gosh. This is like melancholic, depressing, but just hilarious at the same time. Oh gosh. Alright, review time. This is just a fun chapter. I love this chapter so much. Like, the entirety of this chapter is just Asa more or less trying to kill herself. Let's not try to sugarcoat it. She attempts to allow herself to fall, allows herself to more or less, like, in an instant, but in an instant, or insist, or just in just this idea of, like, her falling is her amounting to death, her just giving up on life and accepting her fate of falling. We see that she more or less, like, reflects on everything that's happening, that the more that she lives, the more bad things that just so happen to her, and that she's just over it. She can't handle it anymore. But luckily enough, Chainsaw Man comes in, and it makes sense for him to be the one that will be able to relate to her the most, because of all the horrible things that have happened to her so far. Her own death, the killing of Buck, the corruption of her friend, her mother's death, the death of her cat, everything that has happened in her life is just gone downhill more and more. And that's very much like Denji. They are like two peas in a pod. A very messed up, deformed pod, but still a pod nevertheless. So it makes sense that Denji, even though he's in this Chainsaw Man form, is still able to, like, relate to her. Able to, like, understand her pain. Understand how she feels. Even understanding that he hasn't gotten over the pain, but that there's still something that he's looking forward to. As he's telling her all the good things. And, like, if she thinks happy thoughts, positive thoughts, she'll stop falling. But if she continues to think negatively, she will continue to fall. So that's a cool way to get over, like, the falling. If someone recognizes that they're thinking these horrible thoughts, but then they're able to counteract them with positive thoughts, they'll stop falling. It doesn't mean that they will come back to the ground, but that they will stop falling, or they will stop in midair, which is cool to see a cool dynamic here. But what is even more interesting is the idea that Denji understands the pain that is going through Asa, and that he's able to relate to it. But he also has to put his little Denji spin on it, where you would think that he's going down the path of, like, oh, he's looking forward to spending time with, like, his somewhat daughter, the reincarnation of the control devil. I forgot her name, but we all know who we're talking about, her. And we thought that that's something that Denji was really thinking about. The thing we have to remember, this is Denji we're talking about, and what he's actually looking forward to is sex. So it makes sense, and it makes sense that Asa will be a little bit disturbed by it, but it really just shows who Denji is as a character, and that even though he has grown as a character and he has developed as well, he's still relatively the same character that he was in the first part of Chainsaw Man, even if he's not objectively the main character of this series. So overall, I just love the characterization of this entire chapter, as well as the fun action that we get, which wasn't a lot, but still a fair amount. The art was once again amazing, as it always when it comes to Fujimoto, and just the ending aspect of this really making me laugh out loud was also amazing. So overall, I really did enjoy this chapter. So what did you think of the chapter? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Did you enjoy that Denji hasn't really changed and still wants to have some specific times with a particular lady when it comes to the bedroom? Leave your thoughts down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more content like this. Do all that cool jazz, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Goodbye!